Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. With that, let's get out to the desert. Standing by in Glendale, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So you've got 1 week of preseason games in the books. Now you start to really assess some of the vets and, of course, some of the young players.
You're exactly right, because now there's a week's worth of film out there for everyone to watch. And for guys who may or may not make these particular teams, that film will be out there around the league, so maybe they can catch on somewhere else if they have to. But this will be a lot of fun to see how much time the veterans play versus how much time the young guys get.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball. Effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Riley. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Let's meet the starters on the defensive side of the football for Arizona.
And let's talk about Robert Nkemdiche, their first-round pick out of Mississippi. I still remember him coming out of high school. An absolute terror, maybe the best high school prospect in the nation. People look to see if his motor is going to run high all the time, because when it does, he is something else.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Now let's go.
From the gun, Riley. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Looking to throw. Riley. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. Riley got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevenson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Throwing on first down. Riley throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Operating from the gun. Riley. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Khalil Mack in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield. But it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad. But a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down.
Now let's go.
Off play action. Riley. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
All right, now look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll give it to him up the middle.
Green, 39.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Set, 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
But that's pretty much how they teach as a DB. Hit him and have some force with it. Yet he still caught the football and got the yardage he needed.
A little deflating.
Very much so.
Defensively.
Yeah, because you're trying to police up that area, and you don't want them to come in there, and you're hoping some good hard tackles will keep them out of there. In this case, he just said it, he just shrugged it off and went ahead and got what he needed.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Derek Barnett, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Set. Blue, line it.
On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now, and with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Meanwhile, we will not get another play as time will run out on this first quarter. 7-3 the score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Hey, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And they'll run it here. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out leveraging the offense.
Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up. To go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Come on, let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Now let's go. Green 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and they just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. There again is the run. Back as he trots onto the field. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39.
First throw now for the backup Allen. On the move to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and sneak it here. And he will push forward and pick up the first down. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now let's go. Green 30.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll go on the ground. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Set. Green.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now let's go.
On play action, Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Derek Barnett in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Back to throw here. That'll be incomplete, as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Set. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses just yet, but still a half to go as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And they'll run it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. He fights him off. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins. And it did on that play.
Point after here coming up. Point after right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a solid run down inside the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and it's 3rd and short.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. The Eagles on 3rd down, as close to automatic as you can get. 9 out of 10. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Lee's got it over the middle, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go!
He'll get it up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. It seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's time. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop the throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
They run a draw here on second down. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Set. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Michael Palardy now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
So the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Here's Michael Palardy now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was
Here we
close,
go.
though.
What? 90.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Cooper's got it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Grand 38.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario,
Here we go.
tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Here we go. What?
They'll set up to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And they'll run it here. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Let's go. Brand 38.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They come up in an offset eye. He's going to get it running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game. Understanding positioning and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal in the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Green.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Atkins. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Atkins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Green, 39. Green.
They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Atkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, It used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. Oh, no, lost the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DJ Chark, 59 yards. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else. On his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
Back to throw now on 1st down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Now let's go! Green!
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Todd. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Atkins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll come out in the pistol. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence. They hope to have a chance to win this game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Come on, let's go!
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll drop the throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Come on, let's go!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Still 2nd down.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Here we go! What?
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Down right around the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Come on, let's go!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8-ball.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So out now come the Cardinals. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
Now let's go!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And the spike comes with just 12 seconds left to go. And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. The Cardinals on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
He'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there. But even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Grand 38.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.